Hello, everyone. I am alternate juror, and I am here just to give a quick update on Bionca Ellis out of Ohio. She had another pretrial hearing, um, and just going to watch that real quick. It's less than 10 minutes long. It's not very long at all. She, if you don't recall, is accused of randomly attacking Julian Wood, 3 years old, and his mother as they were leaving a Giant Eagle grocery store in Ohio. They were in the parking lot loading. The mother was loading the groceries. Julian was sitting in the cart, and she started attacking them. And Julian did not survive. When you on the other videos that I have played, you can see the video from from Giant Eagle grocery store, and you can see that Bionca has a very large, I'm going to call it a weapon because I have to be a little bit more careful, sharp object in her hand. That is what she uses to inflict the wounds on Julian as well as his mother. His mother did survive. I can't imagine the guilt that she is living with, and I feel really bad for her and her husband. If you watch the other hearing, or the first hearing where she was asking for bail, the father is there. He is being held back by, I assume, family members. There's 2 deputies between him and Ms. Ellis. Her back, fortunately, is to him because she is smiling and smirking through the entire hearing. And so we saw her again for a pretrial hearing where they were basically just setting the date, I believe, for that hearing for her trial. This hearing, they cover if she is competent and the trial date. So let me bring this up. I'm laughing because I am like the queen of awful pauses for other people. So, sorry, sir. He's going to just talk a little bit more about the background of the case. Well, kind of what we're here for. And then they will bring Miss Ellison and we'll get started.
News coming to you from our digital desk. We're going to be taking you into the Cuyahoga County Court of Common Pleas for a pretrial hearing. This is into the June stabbing death of that 3-year-old little boy at Giant Eagle in North Olmsted. Julian Wood is his name. His mother was also stabbed. Julian was killed. This is a pretrial, and there's a lot of facets to this case because the accused, Bionca Ellis, is going to be potentially facing the death penalty. There's going to have to be a lot of work done in the courts before they even get to what is a December scheduled trial. So it's always interesting to see what is being discussed. Are they going to have to do a mental health evaluation? Is that a part of what today's hearing is? We'll have to wait and see. But again, this is all a part of what will lead up to a potential death penalty or a capital murder case. In the state of Ohio, when you're charged, and there is Bionca Ellis, we weren't sure if she would be making an actual appearance. We've seen some erratic behavior out of her in the past. Right, so let's take a live listen in.
692-604, Bionca Ellis. She's present in court this morning with her counsel, Mr. Mack, Mr. Johnson, and Mr. Summers. Assistant County Prosecutor, Ms. Varalia, and Ms. Pateo are here on behalf of the state of Ohio. We're here this morning for this matter. Court's looking for a few updates from the parties as well. I'll note for the record that we did set it for trial for December 9th. Looks like we inadvertently put December 6th on the journal entry. So that, in fact, is a wrong date. That's a Friday, I think. So it's, in fact, December 9th that the trial date is set with respect to this case. If I can go to the state of Ohio, I know there had been some discussions about discovery and where that discovery might be, as well as, I think, the autopsy report, and then I could go to the counsel for Ms. Ellis and hear from them. Thank you, Ms. Frawley. Good morning.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning. Yes, we have been complying with our discovery requirements. We have sent over documentation for the defense with regards to the autopsy. It is my understanding that it, in fact, has been completed, and the state should have it in its possession by the end of the week, and then we will transfer it over to defense counsel. In addition, the state still has some outstanding subpoenas for some additional documentation. As soon as we get that, we will turn that over as well.
Okay, all right, thank you. Mr. Mack, Mr. Johnson, if you want to be heard then this morning, I'll hear from both of you. Any concerns about that discovery or anything for the record regarding Ms. Ellis?
I don't think so, Judge.
Okay, very good. And then with respect to Ms. Ellis?
Judge, during the month of June, Mr. Johnson and I met with Ms. Ellis. And as a result of that interview, we came back to this court. We petitioned the court to see if we can get an expert on the board to interview Ms. Ellis. And that was in fact done during the first week of July. Subsequently, our expert communicated with Mr. Johnson and I and believes that at this point, Ms. Ellis is incompetent and not able to assist in her defense and cannot stand trial. So we're asking the court to respectfully have her referred to North Coast Behavioral so that she can be restored if possible.
All right, Mr. Mack. I know for the state of Ohio, you know, that report is under seal as provided to counsel. They
All right. 1, I apologize for my closed captionings. They are always pulling shenanigans on me. 2, is she resting her head on the table or on her built-in pillows? And I was trying to be respectful and nice, even though she probably doesn't deserve it, not refer to her as we have in other videos. But also, I have to pause it so I don't get copyright strike and all that good fun stuff.
have the opportunity to have that interview, which they did. The court's unaware of that and being made today with a request to refer her to North Coast. Obviously, I'm not going to ask the state of Ohio to stipulate to something you haven't seen, but I will ask what your thoughts are about the state of Ohio either wanting the court to provide a report through our court psychiatric clinic and or whether you're going to opt to have someone else privately hired by yourself.
The state, Your Honor, at this time is going to respectfully request that she be referred to the court psychiatric clinic for evaluation under seal, and that report is to be provided to you and to the state and to the defense.
Okay. So that being the case, I know it's about a 30-day window. I will just say that I'll have my bailiff call there to make sure that the clinical psychologist who's in charge, Dr. Songer, is aware of the report needing to be done timely, and then also to make sure that either he or someone who has the experience be able to handle that report for this court for her determination of whether she's competent to stand trial. Regarding that, going 30 days out, I'll ask that report to be completed August 13th. We would ask the parties to be back in the court to have a discussion on what next steps might be regarding the findings from our court psychiatric clinic, as well as discussions about what would be next for Ms. Ellis if in fact they also find her to be incompetent to stand trial as well. So is the 13th something that is available on all of your calendars? So that would be August.
On behalf of the state, it's fine, Your Honor.
Yeah. On behalf of Ms. Ellis, we're good as well.
Okay. All right. So we'll go ahead and set that date, have the parties appear here for the hearing, and then I'll refer Ms. Ellis to the court psychiatric clinic to have them make a determination of competency regarding this matter. Anything further than from the state?
None, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. And on behalf of Ms. Ellis, Mr. Mack.
No, you don't. Thank you.
All right. Thank you all for being timely, and then we'll adjourn with respect to today's matter. Thank you.
She makes it hard, doesn't she? Because her smirks, we've had a lot of discussion if she's faking it, if she is really not competent to stand trial. And just remember, just because if she's found not competent now does not mean that she cannot be found competent later. And it does not mean she just walks away. She will be in a psychiatric facility and getting treatment, whatever she needs. I don't know who those people were that were sitting in the courtroom. I don't know if those were family members, but man, that would be really, really tough to sit there in that same room with her. It's hard to watch. I'm not even in the same state as her. I don't know. I don't know. August 13th, we will see what the state has to say and their competency report. I don't know if we're going to get dueling ones. I have no idea. I don't know anything. I mean, obviously, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer. I tell you that's all the time. But I will be very interested to hear what the state expert has to say about whether or not she will be competent to stand trial. I would say at that time, if she's not, there probably will not be a December trial. So, you don't want to put, if they're going to go for capital punishment on this, you want to make sure that it's right. You want to make sure she is in her right mind. And, you don't want to put somebody who doesn't understand what they did, even as horrible as this is, on, you don't want to punish them with capital punishment if they don't even know. I don't know that I believe that she doesn't know, because it's the same thing every time she comes into court. She smiles. When they were talking about her getting another competency evaluation, she's shaking her head. I don't know. We shall see. So that is pretty much all I have for right now. I said this would be a short video, and I'm doing my best to keep it that way. It's very easy to get lost in time on this. So we will see what August 13th brings us. We will see, hopefully, if she is on trial in December, either these people show it because they're horrible at doing that, they'll start it and not finish it, or Court TV or Law and Crime will pick this up and show it. To me, it's a huge case. I don't know if Court TV or Law and Crime is even talking about it. If they were, I don't know if they are anymore. I have no idea. I haven't seen anything. So, but I know Alec Baldwin, Karen Reed have been, kind of taking up the landscape over there. So that is all I've got. I will say goodbye. And I will see you all next time. I generally start at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We sometimes do start a little bit earlier, depending on if court starts earlier and we can get going. So other than that, I will say goodbye.